For people who are going to jump off a bridge, my advice would be don't. I honestly don't know. I mean, I don't know what I could have done differently. Somebody had said, you should shout, "Hey, coming under the bridge," but I don't think it would have really made any difference. If I was shouting that even while I was under the bridge, I think he was so high up he couldn't have heard me. Yeah, when he landed on me immediately, the first thing he said was, I think he said, "Are you okay, man?" And I said, "No." And he immediately kept saying, "I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry." He said it so often. On the way in, I told him to shut up because he was just saying it too much. And my wife was there, and she got the same impression that it wasn't an "I'm sorry" like, "Oh my God, I feel so bad." It was more like when you're a little kid and you're messing around with your brother or your sister, and one of them, they wind up getting hurt, and you're like, I'm sorry, don't tell Dad." Like I don't want to get in trouble kind of, and I'm sorry. It was not an apologetic "I'm sorry." I was conscious through the whole thing. The only blank spot is, well, I don't even know if it's a blank spot. I remember the impact and feeling the pain. I remember being underwater. I remember coming back up, but it's just this weird feeling because I didn't see him. I didn't see like a blur as he fell in front of my face. And while I was laying in the sand, people were still jumping off the bridge, just continuing to jump immediately afterwards, while the EMTs were on their way. So the sheriff's deputy told me there's no state law against jumping from the bridge, but there is a county ordinance against it, and it's also well posted on that bridge. So he wasn't supposed to be jumping, and I guess if you're gonna jump, you should always jump on the upriver side so you can see what's coming. He jumped on the downriver side. The sheriff's department charged him that night with negligent endangerment. And I don't know I don't even know his name. I don't know what's going on with that. They are pretty sure that the ACLs are torn in both knees, almost certainly in my left knee, but pretty sure in the right knee too. And the PCL is almost certainly torn in the left, and probably, or possibly, I guess, in the right. So lots of ligament damage and broken bones. And a lot of bruising. It's infuriating, for one, that I'm even in this position. It's incredibly painful. Just little things like using the bathroom now, take me 15 minutes, and it's painful. I'm going to be in this wheelchair, it sounds like, for at least the remainder of the summer, possibly into September. And it's affecting my family too. I've got 2 kids and a wife, and my wife's had to miss a lot of work. I have to rely on them to do everything. It's the main thing that I really want to get across, is that jumping from bridges is dangerous. People seem to downplay it. They don't think it's dangerous. One of the news reports reported that there were no major injuries. So people see that and they think, oh yeah, well, they ran into each other, but they were all right. There wasn't a major injury. It's no biggie. So if I do have to have surgery on that, I would imagine I'd be in the wheelchair for a little longer, just simply because it's both legs. If it was one leg, I could get around on crutches. But because it's both legs and this leg isn't very strong, it's... So, yeah, I honestly don't know what it looks like. It's looking like, I would say, a good 6 months of hell.